Ladies and gentlemen, we bring you here to Foster Field for the 2018 Bearcat homecoming game against Norfolk, Nebraska. I'm your play-by-play, Wyatt, here with Zach and Colton. What are we expecting here from the Bearcats today?
Well, I think we're going to see a very good game. We have Norfolk and Kearney, both very similar teams. It's going to be a really hard-fought battle, and I think it'll be a good game to watch.
Yeah, I just got to minimize on those costly penalties from last week. There's a few that were like unnecessary. The false starts, I think you can fix those easily in practice. So that's what I'm looking for, is not necessary penalties.
I think the big thing here tonight is going to be that we have two returning starters. Miko Maisner, starting running back. He's a very key part of the Bearcats. And Tristan Southwell, who both got injured at the Grand Island game, and they will be returning. So I think that's going to be a huge benefit on defense and on offense for the Bearcats today.
Absolutely. Anything else for you, Colton?
Nope.
We should be expecting big things from Braden Miller and Seth Stroh tonight. Braden went, 21 for 28 passes last game. Had a really good passing game, and Seth Stroh had some really big plays. I feel like the Bearcats have finally gotten their feet on the ground and are kind of starting to get some momentum going.
Yeah, we'll see if Braden Miller can be a little bit more accurate tonight. You know, last game he had a couple really good passes, but a few were kind of either behind or way in front of the receiver. See if he can kind of fine-tune it a little bit.
Yeah. So, also, I want to see if Miko will get those outside breaks really quick, really fast, and all that.
Well, you
Just
know
getting
that.
around the corner. He does have Miko speed. I get this.
I feel like Norfolk is really going to, after last season, everybody knows that, watch out for Miko Maisner. I feel like they're all going to really put the pressure on him and watch those outsides and make sure that he doesn't get any breakaways, because they know if he gets an open space and an open field, he's gone. That's a touchdown.
Yeah. So, I have nothing else. What about you guys before the start here?
Another key of the game, just on the defensive side of the ball, just stop them early. Get in their rhythm, Don't let them have any easy up the middle runs or long passes or anything. Just shut them down early.
Tonight we are sponsored by First National Bank. They will be sponsoring us all season on our Strive live stream. So shout out to them for sponsoring us and allowing us to do this.
Also, while we're on the kind of shout out position here, we'd like to hear where you're watching from tonight. Just tweet us at KHS Media Pro. Tweet at us where you're watching and who you're watching for, and we'll give you a shout out.
34 seconds until kickoff, and we'll get the ball rolling here. All the players say that this is going to be a pretty close game, so hopefully we have a good watch here tonight. It looks like the Bearcats will be receiving for the first kickoff. Do you know if we won the coin toss or not?
I did not see the coin toss.
I did not see it either.
And here we go. First play of the game here. Looks like Kearney will be at the 20.
See if they give it to Meisner early or if they try to go deep with the ball.
Braden Rich in motion. They're giving it to Miko right off the bat. Oh, and it's a fumble on the play. Went out of bounds. Still Bearcats ball. That is one a rough start to the game. They run it up the middle. Looks like that was a few yards gain.
That's one thing I think we'll see all night tonight is Coach Cool really utilizing Braden Miller's talent with his feet because he can run really well with the ball.
He does have some wheels. He does have some wheels. I feel like they're going to be running a lot of options tonight. You know, that's kind of how they've built their whole offense off, and that's a pass to number 7, Braden Rich, completed. Kale Masters going in for number 40, Jeremiah Hageman. Meaning they could be going for a big pass play here. They pitch it off to Miko on the left. Down at the 37. Braden dropping back. Incomplete. Is it complete? It is complete to. Who was that?
I believe that was Seth who just got his hands underneath it.
That was almost picked off.
It almost looked like an interception, and that's what I thought it was.
Right through the hands of the defender.
That was a close one. Seth really showing his athletic ability there to really grab that. That was a quick run given to number 40, Jeremiah Hageman. Bearcats giving it off to Miko Maisner, running up the middle. Well, it looks like 3rd and 5. Who'd Norfolk lose to last week?
Elkhorn.
Elkhorn. What was the score?
I think it was 3rd.
Braden Miller passing it, incomplete. Pass intended for number 7, Braden Rich.
And Zach, that's what we were kind of talking about earlier.
Yeah.
There where he threw it, it was way in front of the receiver. almost right into the defender's hands. I just don't think the defender was ready. Didn't think it was coming to him. But if he had, he would have caught that and easy.
Almost kind of looked like it was a intended pass for Norfolk.
They lost to
You're
Elkhorn 10-13
Close game.
last week. It was a close game. Looks like they're going to be punting it off. Down at the 15. We finally get to see a little bit of the Kearney High defense here.
What did you guys think about that first drive? How the Bearcats
Wasted.
came out?
Is what I'd say is kind of a wasted drive.
I feel like they're just kind of getting into the swing of things. I mean, it's only the first drive of the game. You still have 3 more quarters left in the rest of the first. Flag on the play.
The way the Bearcats look at, I'm going to say it's probably a false start or an encroachment.
Elkhorn passing it to number 22. It's incomplete. Let's see.
Cooper Kasky.
Let's see who's going to be their quarterback tonight. Looking like
Brandon Hart.
Brandon Hart. Brandon pitching it off to number 25, running it around the left. Runner was Austin Bruzek.
I think that was Miko that took him down, using his speed to catch up to that runner.
You know, it's really surprising seeing that they're playing Miko on both sides of the ball, speaking that he's such a crucial part of the team that they really want to capitalize, at least here in the beginning of the game, and stop Norfolk.
And see, that's where I kind of disagree with you. I think they're playing. You see Miller out there, and you see Miko Meisner. They're both freak athletes. They're both really good at football. I think if you have those players and you can use them on both sides of the ball, I mean, why wouldn't you?
And there's Miko with the sack. Getting through the line. What a play. Huge loss on the play. Elkhorn going to be back at the 20. Passing complete, flag on the play.
Looks like some pass interference
Looking
there.
like pass interference.
Kale Masters was a defender on that play.
Kind of looked like he just kind of gave him the shoulder a little too early before he got the pass.
You know, that was one of the Bearcats' goals, was to minimize penalties. They really got to get on that here. I know they've been working on that in practice. Norfolk going to be at the 35.
Another flag.
Looks like it might be an offsides or encroachment.
That's the third penalty for this Bearcats defense on this drive. And when we talk about turnovers, or not turnovers, but penalties, they do really hurt. Instead of having them back at the 20 right now, They're at our 40.
And Norfolk really hasn't had that great of drives, and they're all the way up to the 40, and that's just purely from those penalties. I know last game they did a pretty decent job, at least at the beginning of the game, minimizing those. Pass is complete to number 82, Brandon Luna.
That was almost tipped at the line by Jackson Worley.
I know Jackson was talking to me the other day. It looks like he's lined up against some pretty big kids there. And that's a sack by number 84, Grant Kowalski, by the Bearcats. Norfolk back at their own 40.
Yeah, Zach was trying to tell us before the game, Norfolk only had one big player on their team. That O-line looks pretty big to me, Zach.
They're not as, like, last year we had that, like, Lee Harrington.
Lee Harrington was our line last year.
This is true.
That is where the Bearcats do lack a little bit, is our line isn't the... Oh, and he drops the ball. Huge loss on the play. Huge loss. Norfolk going to be back at their own 30 now. And stupid mistakes like that are just things that you just can't afford to do. Especially in a game where the matchup is going to be as close as it is.
And that's what wins ball games, is the being able to capitalize on your opponent's mistakes. And the Bearcats just gave up.
Oh, my.
Whoa.
And that was a bad snap on Norfolk. Bearcats are going to be back at Norfolk's 20. And this is where you talk about capitalizing on your opponent's mistakes. This could be a huge, huge advantage to the Bearcats here, especially early in the game when they need to get that momentum going. Bearcats lining up. Braden going to be running the option, pitching the ball out to Miko, and looks like they're going to be down at the 8.
Miko just got stoned by Connor Clayton. Just completely stood him up.
They are a big team.
It seems like Norfolk has been blitzing almost every play.
It does look like that. And that's where I feel like they're trying to really put some pressure on Braden, knowing that he's a new quarterback. And the nerves definitely get to him a little bit. I'm sure that would get to anybody. Kale Masters in motion. Braden going to be pitching the ball off to Miko, running another option around the right, and
I
looks
think
like they're going to be down at the 1. That's really close.
That looked like he had it.
I know the Bearcats have really been working on their goal line offense and really pushing that ball hard, and it's really starting to show here.
And you just said, put some pressure on Miller, make him make those hard decisions. When he just made a really great decision. He pulled the defenders off Maisner and then got him the ball.
And that looks like a Bearcat touchdown. right off the bat. Braden Miller looks like they just ran the ball right up the middle and just pushed him in. Gabe Hines going to be coming in for this extra point. And the kick is good. 7-0, Kearney up. And we'll be back. This is BSN brought to you by First National Bank.
Life is already full of things to worry about. Like mornings. With First National free checking, we've eliminated the worry.
And we're back. Bearcat kickoff. This is BSN brought to you by First National Bank. Let's see if Gabe Hines can really boot this ball.
And they're being he's pretty consistent last week of putting it through the end zone.
Muffed.
Well, it looks like they bobbled the ball a little bit. Norfolk down at their 15 by number 11 was the ball carrier.
That was Tanner Thompson.
That was just a weird kick by Hines. We haven't really seen that out of him.
That is a little weird,
all.
you know. So far the whole season, he's really booted him into the end zone.
And all of last year too. He can put him through the uprights if he wants to. Just didn't get the best on that.
Flag on the play. False start on Norfolk. This is where we talk about capitalizing on the other team's mistakes again. If the Bearcats can stop them here, this could be another huge play. Norfolk dropping back for a pass. Incomplete, intended for number 9, Tyler Wilson.
In warm-ups, me and Colton were sitting up here and just kind of watching Norfolk, see what they're going to do. That intended pass was 2-9. It just right about the 45, just kind of laid out and just kind of one-handed in practice, in warm-ups too.
Amazing catch. That's just a bad pass on that last play. Wobbly and way out of bounds.
Oh, and a huge play by number 47, Parker Brush. Huge loss of yards. Going to be all the way back at Norfolk's own 8. Third and 20.
I don't know about you guys, but I don't have a 3rd and 20 play in my playbook.
Give it to Miko Meisner.
You give it to him. Oh! Big pass. Caught by number 13. Connor Clayton. Still going to be short of that first down. punting it off. Weird punt. Bearcats are going to leave it. Kearney at their own 28. And here's where we could see a big play by Miko if he can just get some open space and it's just all field. We'll see if this drive isn't a little better than the last one. Looks like going to be no yards gained on the play. Running it up the middle.
Can't really pull off a quarterback sneak if they're blitzing you.
And I think the fact that Norfolk is so big really helps the fact that they blitz so much. You know, those big kids can really get in there, and that the fact that our line is a lot smaller than theirs is they can really put some pressure on Braden. Like right there. Oh, and Seth Stroh almost getting up there. Braden Miller just barely getting it off. Bearcats lining up. Braden Miller dropping back. And the pass is good to number 11.
Jacob Larson.
First down. Going to be on the Bearcats 42. I feel like Norfolk has a lot bigger, more physical team, but I feel like the Bearcats really have a lot of skill and potential on their hands. Braden Miller going to be sticking with it. Flag on the play.
Holding offense.
On the Bearcats. And this is where they really got to minimize these penalties. They get a really good drive and a really good catch, and then they get sent right back.
And you know, Norfolk has not really capitalized yet on the Bearcats' mistakes, but they might be able to now.
First and 25 on the Bearcats. Looks like they're going to be running an option, pitching it off to Miko Maisner. Open field all the way. He's going to go. Touchdown, Bearcats.
There's speed.
And that is Miko Maisner.
Miko's speed.
That is Miko's speed. You can't give him open field or he is just gone. And that's where Norfolk, maybe instead of blitzing, they need to put some more pressure on the outside and force them to run it up the middle so Miko can't get quite so much open field. Gabe Hines going to be going for the extra point.
See if he's back in his rhythm.
And the kick is good. Great start to the game by the Bearcats. I think now that they've gotten their feet on the ground, they really know their strengths and what their weaknesses are, and
For sure.
and really know how to push their strengths and try to minimize their weaknesses in practice. And we will be back. This is BSN, brought to you by First National Bank.
Life is already full of things to worry about. Like mornings. With First National free checking, we've eliminated the worry.
And we are back. This is BSN, brought to you by First National Bank. Bearcats going to be going and kicking off the ball here. Gabe Hines, let's see if he can boot it into the end zone.
That looks like
And
the Gabe
there we
Hines
go.
we
That's
normally
the Gabe
know.
Hines we've seen. We'll see if the defense can't pull off some good stops here. Norfolk going to be at their own 20. Dropping back to pass. Way over his head. Pass intended for number 15, Gage Doran. I feel like the Bearcats are putting on some really good pass protection this game. Number 2, going to be sticking with the ball. That is Braden Sharp, their quarterback.
And it looks like they changed quarterbacks. On their last drive, it was Brandon Hart leading the charge for them, and now it is Braden Sharp.
Makes you wonder if they aren't going to go for more of a running game now instead of a passing game. They're going to be running it up the middle again. Looks like they get the first down. Ball on the 31. Big play by the Bearcats getting through there. Good sack all the way back at it looks like the 25. 10 seconds left in the first quarter. How do you guys think the first quarter of the game's gone so far?
It's been really Bearcat dominance there.
Oh, that was a close one. Good pass by Norfolk.
And Zach, I kind of have to disagree with you on that. I think the main thing of the first quarter has been inconsistency on both sides of the ball for both teams, with penalties and everything and turnovers. It's just the Bearcats have gotten lucky a couple times. But
And that's the end of the first quarter, and we'll be back. This is BSN, brought to you by First National Bank. This is BSN brought to you by First National Bank, coming at you from the top of the second. Here we go. Norfolk starting with the ball. Pass completed by number 15, Gage Doran. How do you guys feel the Bearcats have done so far defensive-wise?
Defensive-wise, I think they've improved a little bit from last week. They're not as, like, kind of jumpy. I mean, you're going to have the first drive jitters there every once in a while.
And
I feel like the Bearcats are really strong on the offensive side, and at times lack on their goal line defense. Tipped by,
I want to say that was Miko.
well, it looks like Miko Maisner. Fourth down. 2 to go. Looks like they're going for it. And they got it. That was number 20, Ellis Alvarez. Norfolk looking like they have a little bit stronger push than they've had the rest of the game. Pass incomplete to number 25, Austin Bruzek. I feel like the Bearcats, pass coverage-wise, have had a really, really strong game compared to their previous games. Dropping back. Oh, huge play by the Bearcats. Sacked. Still calling it incomplete. Looks like he barely got the ball off.
That was a good blitz by the Bearcats with that corner blitz, but I think that was number 25 was just right there to stop that corner blitz.
Looks like a false start. On Norfolk, 5 yards. 3 and 15. Pass incomplete.
that was number 15, Gage Dorhan, on the receiving side of the ball. Right in his hands, just dropped it.
Looks like they've had quite a few of those.
He would have had some good blocks in front of him. That could have been a good
That could have been a big
game.
play. Yeah. What do you guys feel the big difference between the Bearcats and Norfolk is?
Kind of what our producer, Robert Goff, was telling us earlier, that we just have better athletes.
That ball definitely took a Bearcat hop there.
That definitely took a Bearcat bounce. First and 10, ball on the 28. We'll see if Braden's going to be looking for Seth Stroh here in this push. I feel like we're due for a little bit of passing game here. Looks like they're going to be running another option, pitching it off to Miko. I feel like the Bearcats' offense really revolves around that option between Braden and Miko. Oh, Braden going to be keeping it. And that's where that blitzing by Norfolk really gets him. Huge loss on the play. 3rd and 8. Ball on the 31. See if the Bearcats still can't make something up of it here. Braden looking to pass. Going outside the pocket. Ooh. Tipped.
That was a very good catch by the sophomore on the sideline there, Eric Odell.
Pass intended for number 7, Braden Ridge.
See if Miller can have a better punt this time round.
That is one unique thing about the Bearcats is they always have their quarterback punting. Good punt by Braden Miller. And a good bounce, too. And we will be back. This is BSN, brought to you by First National Bank. And we're back. 9:18 left in the second quarter. 14-0. Kearney up.
The Bearcat defense
Big
just
stop.
stuffs him in the backfield.
2 and 12. Ball on the 24. Big miss by Norfolk.
Flag on the play.
Flag on the play.
What was that?
I know Coach Cool ain't happy with it.
Looks like it was on the Bearcats. I don't know what that was. I have no idea what that was. Block in the back? I don't know. 15 yards. No wonder Coach Cool wasn't very happy about it.
Maybe roughing the passer.
I guess, maybe. I don't know. Doesn't matter. First down. Norfolk on the 37. Another quick pass.
I don't know about you guys, but every time the way quarterback always throws out to his sides, I always just remember the Grand Island against Grand Island when Noah Urbanic kind of just lit the one kid up.
That tackle was by number 2, Corbin Foster.
And there, number 9, Tyler Wilson. We saw he got tripped up there, but he kept fighting. He's a really good receiver. He kept fighting. He got 2 or 3 more yards.
Oh, big fake by Norfolk. That was a really solid play by number 2, Braden Sharp. Really threw the Bearcat defense for a loop there. Third and 2. Down on the 45. Flag on the play. False start on Norfolk. And that's not the first time we've seen that by them. They get a really good push, and then they get a penalty there.
Their quarterback, Braden Sharp. Hasn't really been able to find his receivers tonight.
No, the passing game. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we're having a little trouble with our audio. Didn't mean to blow your eardrums there. 4th and 7. Looks like Norfolk is going to be bunting it off. Oh, really good Bearcat bounce. Wow. Looks like it's going to be Bearcats' ball at the 45.
That took a really kind of comes off his foot really weird.
I think Norfolk looked a lot better at the beginning of the game than they do now. I feel like the momentum is really switched and really getting to them.
Well, Norfolk is definitely better on the defensive side of the ball than they are on the offensive side. We'll see if they can get some of their momentum back here.
Looks like Braden's going to be keeping it. Good run by Miller. Second and 6. Ball on the 45. I feel like that option is just perfect for the Bearcats with both Braden and Miko having such a solid running game. Going to be running the option to the right. Braden keeping it. First down, Bearcats. First and 10. Ball on the 43. Bearcats lining up. Braden dropping back to pass. Looks like it's going to be a pass intended for 90. Seth Stroh, and what a catch. What a catch by Seth Stroh. One-handed, brings it in and secures it.
I kind of thought they had his other hand there.
First and 10, ball on the 13.
And that's where the Bearcat coaching staff says, you're going to blitz us every time, well, we're just going to throw it right over your head.
And those were those big plays we were looking for. We were talking about Seth Stroh making at the beginning here. Looks like no yards gained on the play. Ball handed to number 3, Miko Mazer.
Looks like Alex Kemp will come in to replace Miko. Get Miko a little few breathers there.
That is the one thing and the one problem with playing both sides of the ball is that you do get very, very tired. That's a lot of work for both Miko and Braden. We'll see with Miko out if they're still going to be going to that option with Alex Kemp.
I think the Bearcats took it. Yep.
Bearcat timeout, yeah.
So we'll take one right along with them. This is BSN brought to you by First National Bank.
And we're back. This is BSN brought to you by First National Bank. 4 minutes and 47 seconds left in the second.
Ooh.
Incomplete.
Looked like it was tipped and almost hauled in.
Pass intended for number 21, Tristan Southwell.
Caden Runge.
Tristan Southwell might have gotten a new number. I know they cut his jersey off last game, so. Miller dropping back to pass. And that's a Bearcat touchdown. Number 90, Seth Stroh. And that's where Seth's 6'3" height really comes into play when he gets kind of a mismatch there and is able to just jump up and grab that and just pull it in. Gabe Hines going to be coming in for the extra point. And the kick is good. And we will be back. This is BSN brought to you by First National Bank.
Life is already full of things to worry about. Like mornings. With First National free checking, we've eliminated the worry. Life is already full of things to worry about.
This is BSN. We're back, brought to you by First National Bank. 4 minutes and 35 seconds left in the second quarter. Bearcats going to be kicking it off. Very solid kick by Gabe Hines. Wow, really booted that one.
That was kind of funny to watch the deep backs for Norfolk. They're just kind of he kind of started taking a few steps back, and then kind of looked up, and then just kind of let it go.
It's Seth Stroh.
Was it Seth Stroh kicking?
Oh, I thought you meant on the touchdown.
No,
Oh,
on the kickoff.
oh. Well, the defensive end on the touchdown, he saw it and he kind of
Yeah.
stopped.
Kind of stopped and then tried to pick back up.
Yeah.
Norfolk going to be hitting it off.
That kind of just looked like he got
Just-
stuffed right there.
Stuffed at the line. The Bearcats are really capitalizing on the fact that, Norfolk they're good. They're a big team. They've got good kids. They've got a solid team, but the Bearcats, they just have those difference makers, and Braden Miller is really just getting the ball to those difference makers. Norfolk dropping back to pass. Pass completed to number 22. Cooper Caskey. It's one of the better passes we've seen from Norfolk tonight. Ooh, fumble on the play. Look at Bearcats ball. Great recovery by the Bearcats there. And that's a huge mistake there. The Bearcats have really done a great job this game of capitalizing on those mistakes. I feel like if Norfolk could just bring it together, this would be a lot closer game than what it is.
Right before that fumble, we saw a new quarterback in for Norfolk, number 16, Jace Monday.
Looks like they're having some quarterback problems, speaking that they're changing so much. Braden dropping back to pass. Getting it to number 90, Seth Stroh.
Yep.
And that's a Bearcat touchdown again. What another huge play by Seth. Seth, when he runs that post route, is just unstoppable. The kid's tall, he's got speed, and he can jump. He's just an all-around great athlete. The kick is good. And we will be back. This is BSN, brought to you by First National Bank. And we're back. This is BSN, brought to you by First National Bank. 3 minutes and 25 seconds left in the second quarter. Bearcats kicking off. Looks like we got to situate the ball a little bit there. Ooh, another great kick by Gabe Hines. We might actually get to see some Bearcat second strings coming in this game. You know, that's always good to see our second strings getting a little bit of real action in a varsity game. For example, you know, Miko got hurt and Kemp really had to step up and show that he can fill the position. Great defensive play by the Bearcats there. Second and 12. Ball on the 18. Norfolk running the option, pitching it to the outside. Ball carrier number 27.
Yeah, their running back, Austin Bruzak, has been very consistent all night. He hasn't done too good, but not too bad. He's had some good runs, but then our Bearcat defense is just so good that we get to him sometimes before he can get to the line of scrimmage.
Norfolk dropping back to pass. Pass incomplete. Great pass coverage by number 3, Miko Maisner.
We finally see a good pass
Fourth
from
and 9.
Norfolk, and he just can't hang on to it.
Ball down on the 21. Looking like they're going to punt it off.
I think that's the first time we've actually seen Trey catch it and actually run a little bit.
Yeah, that was definitely one of the better punts we've seen from Norfolk this game. First and 10, ball on the 48. Almost 2 minutes left to go in this second quarter.
Ooh.
Give the ball to Alex Kemp. Just gets stuffed at the line. And that's where that Norfolk defensive line really shows. And Bearcats lining up. Looks like they're going to be running the option. Pitching it off to Alex Kemp. Almost loses it. Keeps it.
That was almost like what we saw in the Grand Island game, where Miller, it's not really the wrong decision, but he just gives it to the running back when he's not ready. Like, he gave it to Maisner during the Grand Island game when he wasn't ready, and that resulted in Maisner being hurt last week.
3rd and 5, ball on the 47. The thing with the option is it's very important for the Bearcats to get their blocks. If you don't get your blocks, then it's really hard to do anything with. Braden dropping back, looking for, almost. Flag on the play.
I'm going to guess probably defensive pass interference on that. That was Jackson Miller, the intended pass.
So we are getting to see some of our second strings coming in here. Pass interference. Third and 5. First and 10. Bearcats going to be on the 32. Miller keeping it. Flag on the play. Illegal shift on the Bearcats. This is going to set them back a little bit. Hopefully we can see a big play by here by Braden. Number 2, Corbin Foster going to be coming in. 1st and 26, ball down on the 48. Miller dropping back to pass. Ball intended for number 9. Jackson Miller. Minute left in the second half. Miller dropping back to pass. Ooh. Caught by number 1, Kale Masters. Good pass by Braden and a great catch by Kale. Third and 7. Ball down on the 29. 30 seconds left in the second quarter. See if the Bearcats can't make a big play here and score. Looks like they run that option again. Braden decides to stick with it. First and 10. Timeout on the Bearcats. And we'll take one with them. And we will be back. This is BSN brought to you by First National Bank.
like mornings. With First National free checking, we've eliminated the worry. Life is already full of things to worry about. Like mornings. With First National free checking, we've eliminated the worry. Life is already full of things to worry about. Like mornings.
And we're back. This is BSN brought to you by First National Bank. Looks like the Bearcats are going to be going for one last play. 1st and 10, down on the second. Braden going to be keeping it. Open field. Looks like he's almost going to take it all the way. 5 seconds left.
Holding on the offense.
Holding on the offense. And this is where the Bearcats really can't afford to take those penalties.
Zach, 5 seconds left. If you're Coach Cool, what are you doing?
I just kicked it. Tried for the field goal.
If they wouldn't have gotten that penalty, they would have been in great field goal range.
Do you guys remember what Gabe's long was last year?
I do not.
I have no idea. His longest was 43. They go for that field goal. It looks like it's going to be a 43-yard field goal.
Yeah.
This will be Gabe Hines' longest attempt of the season at 43 yards. If they ever get around to kicking it.
I think Coach Cool called the timeout.
Was that on Cool or was that Norfolk?
No, I think it's us.
It was us. It was Coach Cool was like kind of sprinting out to the closest ref.
Looks like they're going for the field goal. 43-yard field goal attempt by Gabe Hines. Another timeout.
Just take all 3 timeouts if you're Norfolk.
Probably.
Reminds me of that Creighton prep game, and they just kept icing him and icing him.
Anybody got the Jeopardy song on their phone?
I don't know if I've ever seen Foster Field so quiet as that Creighton prep game in the playoffs when it came down to that final field goal. The kick is off, and the kick is good. (31-0) at the half. Kearney up. This has been BSN, brought to you by First National Bank. We'll see you after the half. And we're back. This is BSN brought to you by First National Bank here at halftime.
Yeah, and this is Mr. Goff. I am the advisor here for Kearney, for Bearcat Sports Network, for Kearney High School. And I want to thank all of you guys for tuning in here for our BSN production here, brought to you by First National Bank. Again, all of us here at Bearcat Sports Network and Kearney High School want to give a big shout-out and thanks to everybody at First National Bank for sponsoring us. Without their support, and we could not bring you this crew here, and could not bring you these games live and for free on our Strive network. So, again, we really want to thank everybody at First National Bank. And also, I really want to thank my crew here. If you guys, all the viewers, don't know, our entire games are run, they're produced, and they're broadcast by Kearney High School students. This is a learning opportunity for them. We have a great crew up here tonight. We have 6 crew members here tonight. Wyatt is doing his first play-by-play. I think he's doing a great job. Zach Warnkin and Colton Hollebeck are doing color. We have Jordan Parzik, Stephanie Russell, and Allie Myers on camera. And then I'm actually kind of helping out the little production race too. But, again, please remember here that everybody here on BSN this is a student-run organization by Kearney High School students. I think they do an outstanding job. And if you have any issues whatsoever or want to comment, please tweet us at Kearney at KHS Media Pro on Twitter. And right now I'm going to kick it back over to Zach and give it to Colton and Wyatt, and they're going to take it back over and talk about the first half here. All right, so again, my name is Mr. Goff. Thank you guys all for tuning in here. And again, special thanks to First National Bank.
Well, Zach, so how do we feel about this first half of the game?
I feel like the Bearcats, they kind of slow at the start, but they're also kind of slow last week. Just kind of sluggish, getting those jitters out. And then they came, and then they just hammered that last kind of towards the end of the second quarter and all second half. So I'm kind of hoping to see maybe a running clock here soon.
Yeah, I definitely think that this game, compared to our others, Braden Miller has assumed his role as the starting quarterback, and he knows that. But he's not trying to go out and make it his game. He's just managing. He knows that he has guys all over the field that can make plays, and he's getting them the ball and not trying to do everything himself. He's letting other people share the load, and it's 31-0 right now. So
This is definitely not the Bearcat team we saw in Grand Island at all. This is they've really come out here and gotten their feet on the ground and shown that they really have the potential to be a top 10 team here this season.
Also kind of expecting some of those second strings to get in here soon, sometime after that running clock probably kicks in. I bet we see Braden maybe 1 or 2 more times here, and I bet the second strings will come in. And also just a reminder, we will have the homecoming royalty announced here. We'll live stream it for you.
Bearcat kickoff.
saw kind of a little squib kick there from Gabe Hines. Maybe just, not sure if he was trying to do that or if he just didn't get enough on it.
Doesn't matter. It paid off. Ball on the 17. 1st and 10. Let's see here. Who does Kearney play next? We play Papillion.
At Papillion.
At Papillion. So we're
Papillion
going
South.
on the road to Papillion. They are, let's see, they are 2-0. Yes, they're 2-0. So that should be a good game, especially on the road there at Papillion's homes. This is where you get into the part of the stream where, you know, it's 31-0, and the Bearcats are just really hammering away, and there's not much to talk about.
Other than last year during homecoming, that 4, I think it was 2.
Yeah.
2 hour
This is
lightning delay.
way better than last year's homecoming.
I don't know. I kind of preferred last year's homecoming. Our producer, Robert Goff, ran and got us some pop and donuts, and it was a pretty good time for us.
Were you guys here all the way till the end of the game?
All the way till
Yeah.
the end.
Didn't it get over at like 1 o'clock?
Yeah, it was late.
It was. Good pass by Norfolk. 1st and 10. Ball in the 20.
Number
30.
16, Jace Monday, their quarterback, their third quarterback they've had in this game, is finally starting to get his rhythm.
Zach is attempting to fit a Velcro band around.
It didn't fit over my biceps, Zach.
Dang it.
It's a
little too big.
He's too huge. No, but yeah, this game has really shown that the Bearcats have really just do have the better skilled athletes. They've just really come out here, done what they're supposed to do, and they just have the players to get stuff done.
I totally agree with you. I mean, Norfolk is big, and, they might have a few guys that are pretty okay, but we just have better all-around athletes.
And the Bearcats have done a great job of capitalizing on Norfolk's mistakes and really putting the pressure on them to force those mistakes, and it's been a slaughter.
Norfolk's been making progress on this drive, though.
Let's see, do we have some of our second strings in? No, I think it's still starting offense.
Yeah, they won't. I do not think they will put second strings in until after it's running clock, which is at 35 points, and it is 31-0 now, so we just need one touchdown.
Is that a fumble?
I don't think so.
No.
No. Brought down by Jeremiah Hageman.
Our linebackers have really done a really good job
Yeah,
this game of wrapping up.
we have very good depth at the inside linebacker position. We have Jeremiah Hageman, Parker Brush, and just a handful of others that are really good. So if one of them goes down, I am not worried at all.
Oh, good tip by Miko Maisner there.
Masner's just been consistent all game. He's really come to play, showing that even after an injury, he can come out and play.
Well, I mean, he's just a monster. He's just an all-around amazing athlete. He's really, really hard to stop. Norfolk quarterback choosing to run the ball there.
We have some rowdy neighbors to the left of us.
I think that is the Fanatics
By what
party.
it seemed, is that who it is?
Zach, you just lost us a sponsor. Come on. Potential sponsor, my bad.
Oh, bad snap.
I think that Bearcats recovered is what it looks
Bearcat
like.
ball.
Zoom in on 3. Why? Because he has the ball. He had the ball. Never mind. Too late now.
I feel like the morale of Norfolk has just been on a downhill slide all game.
You're not Mr. Goff. Maybe Braden Miller's last drive of the game, if they can punch it in the end zone for that running clock.
Put Colin Murray in there for a little bit.
Maybe
Get him some action.
Maybe even press.
get Colin Murray some reps, and then if that goes really, really well, maybe put Alex Shaw or Preston Pearson in, get them some reps.
Looks like they hand the ball off to
Jeremiah
looking
Hageman.
like Jeremiah, yeah. Running it up the middle. 8 minutes left in the third quarter. 2nd and 10, ball on the 49. Brady Miller dropping back to pass. Oh, great throw to Kale, just couldn't bring it in.
I think he caught the ball, but he just kind of punched it out with his knee.
Well, with a lead this big, you know, there is some room to make some mistakes. That's okay. Three and 9, ball on the 48. Brady Miller dropping back to pass. Going deep. Ooh. Pass intended again for Kale Masters.
Just a little bit of an overshot.
But all around, Braden's had a really strong passing game and running game these past few games. I feel like majority of the time his passes have been on point and really good, and his running game has been pretty strong with the amount of options they're running. First and 10, ball on the 15. How's that sucker looking, Zach?
I need to put it away. It's too tempting.
Too tempting. They are pretty good.
Looks like Coach Cool will take a timeout.
Stop coughing, Zach.
What's our rowdy section look like?
There's a lot of them.
There's quite a few of them.
I think they're almost. I think there's about 4
I
or
can't
5
see all the way
rows
from here.
from the top.
3 or 4.
3 or 4 rows from the top. So it's a pretty good showing for the Rowdies.
It is a homecoming game.
This is
Well,
true.
our Rowdies are always super good. No matter what the weather, rain or shine, they're always here. They're always supporting. They're always loud.
That is a huge part of our Bearcat football team. Is our Rowdies do a really good job of coming out and supporting, even when we go and we travel from home. So big shout out to them. Because around this time, last homecoming game, there wasn't much of a rowdy section left. Norfolk dropping back to pass. Overshoots it. Ball intended for number 22. That'll be Cooper Caskey. Looks like they're going to try and run it up the middle. Third and 6. Ball on the 20. Yeah, our neighbors are pretty noisy there.
They're fanatics.
See if Bearcat defense can't get a good stop here and put them in good position for a good drive. Who else other than Miko, Braden, and Seth do you think have done a really good job of coming out here and competing this game?
I always like to talk about our inside linebackers in Parker Brush and Jeremiah Hageman. They're always there. They're always making tackles. They're always aggressive. They're always up in the offense's face, and they get the job done.
I think number 2, Corbin Foster, has had a really good game, especially on the outside. He's had some really good tackles that have really affected the impact of this game.
Well, Zach, you've been kind of quiet. What's on your mind?
Just kind of examine the game here. Seems pretty Bearcats favored right now, but sometimes the cornerbacks kind of look really good to me, like Master and Foster are kind of just kind of limiting all those deep passes and stuff. So
Looks like Miko's going to be coming out. And Alex Kemp's going to be taking his place. Maybe give him a little bit of a break. Especially coming up for this offensive push. Reasonable push by Norfolk there. 4th and 5. Ball on the 33. Five minutes and 20 seconds left in the third quarter here. Norfolk going to be punting the ball off to, it looks like Trey. Definitely a Norfolk bounce.
Oh,
wow.
Wow.
What a play by Norfolk there.
The 1 inch.
That was something else. First and 10. Ball on the 2. This is going to be a crazy drive by the Bearcats here.
We're going to see if the Norfolk defense can come up big again. They looked really good in that first quarter. See if they can get some of their momentum back here and maybe get a safety.
Also, a little scoring updates from around the state. West Side is up 29-14 at the end of the third quarter. And then Beatrice is down 9. Or Ralston is up 13-9 over Beatrice. Grand Island Northwest leads 10-7 over Scotts Bluff with a 90-yard kickoff return for a touchdown.
Wow. Who is that?
That was by Grand Island Northwest.
Fumble.
Fumble on the play. Looks like it's Bearcats' ball still.
Braden Miller very nearly missing a sack there. He was almost wrapped up in the end zone. And
Oh, looks like Braden's got some problems. Looking like he's going to be okay. One tough kid. 3 and 5. Ball down on the 7. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in this third quarter. Big pass by Braden, intended for Seth Stroh. Fourth down. Zach taking Goff's computer and Goff retaliating back. Bearcats going to be punting it off. Flag on the play.
false start offense.
Oh.
Omaha Burke is up 29-7 over Omaha Central with 11 minutes and 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
I had a kid, Zach.
I don't need your computer, Goff. Got my phone.
Oh, bad snap by
my
the
gosh.
Bearcats. Oh, and that'll be a safety.
It's one of the worst snaps I think I've seen from Bearcat football.
But it's okay. It's 31. We're up. We got room to make mistakes. Doesn't mean we should make them. And we're going to be taking a break here with the team. We'll be back. This is BSN, brought to you by First National Bank.
With First National free checking, we've eliminated the worry. Life is already full of things to worry about. Like mornings. With First National free checking, we've eliminated the worry.
This is BSN, brought to you by First National Bank, with 3 minutes and 24 seconds left in the third quarter. Kearney up 31 to Norfolk 2. Bearcats just got a safety. It looks like they're going to be choosing to kick it off.
Still a nice deep kick by Gabe.
Good kick by Gabe. Was that a fumble? No. Zach just handed me his glasses because apparently I can't see. I put them on, and Zach, you need to clean your glasses. They're very smudgy.
I don't clean them that often.
I'm surprised you can even see the game with those on.
Well, there is a football game going on out there.
Really?
I couldn't see.
I thought we were watching golf.
Goff over here having a very hysterical laugh. Oh, good sack by the Bearcats. That'll be number 84.
Grant Kowalski.
Grant Kowalski. That might be his second sack of the game. Grant has had a very solid game on defense.
Everyone's had a pretty solid game for the Bearcats.
Two minutes left in the third quarter. 3rd and 12, ball down on the 30.
That's Jackson Worley coming off, being replaced by number 62, Robert Perkins.
Ooh, almost snagged. That was intended for number 13, Connor Clayton. Zach, you got a text, apparently.
So we'd like to give a shout out to our old principal of Kearney High, Dr. Dostal, who is now in Fayetteville, Arkansas, watching the Bearcats take on Norfolk Panthers. So shout out to you. We miss you here in Kearney.
Yeah, Mr. Goff here. Again, I'd like to thank all of you guys for tuning in here. As we're getting the last part of the third quarter here with 1:42 remaining in the game here. Kearney High School leading Norfolk 31-2. Again, thank everybody for tuning in, Bearcat Sports Network, and a special thank you to First National Bank for all their financial support. Without their financial support, we could not be bringing you the games tonight. Again, remember, Bearcat Sports Network is a complete student-run organization. Student announcers, student camera operators, directors. We have a great crew here. Been my pleasure to advise these guys and watch this game tonight, watch them grow. And again, like as Zach has said, a special shout-out here to Dr. Dostal down at Fayetteville, Arkansas. He just threw a text at me. Of course, we'll shout out to him, because we like watching the Bearcats. I guess they're probably a little bit better than the Purple Dogs. That is the Fayetteville mascot, the Purple Dog. Zach, what do you think about that?
I like the color purple, but I don't think a dog needs to be purple.
You know what? There's a Grand Island type of thing going on. I'm just not a good fan of color purple.
I think it's.
But you know what?
Dorky.
And we're nothing against Grand Island. They're a great football team. They are an absolute great football team. They took it to us the first week, but we're vastly improved. We are vastly, and we wish Grand Island the best. I hope they win every game out. We always root for our Central Nebraska compatriots, and wish Grand Island, Norfolk. After this game, wish them all the best here. But, a little shout-out again, Dr. Dostal down in Fayetteville, Arkansas, and the Purple Dogs.
Zach,
all right, we're going to kick it back here to Wyatt here. Thanks again here in the third quarter play.
So, Zach, you took your purple shoes off and threw them.
I have no purple shoes. I don't know what
Your
you're
purple
talking about.
shoes?
What
I
are
don't
you
have
thinking
purple
there?
shoes. I don't have purple shoes. I have gray and white shoes. Also,
When I think of dog, I do not think purple.
It could be a very scary purple dog.
I picture like a little chihuahua.
It could have giant teeth and claws. Can you pull up a picture, Goff? Let's see this. Let's see this. Minute left in the third quarter. 2nd and 12, ball on the 47.
ooh, nice sack by the Bearcats there.
Sacked by the Bearcats, and by the look of it, the logo is a purple bulldog. That is not as scary as I thought it would look. So, all right.
That's just Minnesota Duluth's
It
mascot
looks,
in purple.
It looks like a grape with teeth. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. 30 seconds left in the third quarter. 3rd and 12, ball on the 40. Didn't know if Goff was going to be able to handle himself there. decent drive by Norfolk. Still not going to be able to get him in the game here.
That will end the third quarter. Still no running clock. But that quarter did go by pretty quick without that.
That did go by fast. That did go by fast. Still 31-2.
We'll take a quick break, and this is BSN brought to you by First National Bank.
This is BSN brought to you by First National Bank at the top of the 4. 31-2 at the top of the 4. 4th and 15th, ball on the 44.
Also, just a little quick heads up that Creighton Prep is down 35-14 against Lincoln High.
That's big.
That's sad.
That's big. Big. Well, Lincoln High lost to Grand Island last week. What?
I don't remember the score last week of Lincoln High Grand Island.
And Lincoln High is they're a very good team. They won state track last year, so they
Yes.
definitely have some just really good pure athletes coming out of there.
Also, I guess we should say that the grape with teeth, they are nationally ranked. I think they're ranked 55th.
McCook 20 to York 13. And York is ranked number 1 in Class B. That's a big one. That's with 3 minutes and 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Let's see, do we got Alex Kempin for running back?
Yep.
Also, Lincoln High had an interception that went all the way back for a touchdown and is now 42-14.
Pick 6.
With 8:44 left in the game, so
That looked like Colin Murray is now the quarterback.
Colin Murray dropping back to pass. Pass completed to number 21.
It looks like it's starting to rain a little bit.
Looks like we are starting to get some rain.
all right. Who mentioned the rain delay?
I think it was
Oh,
you,
no.
Zach.
Oh, no. Don't even say it. Don't even say it. Goff might have to get out there and do a little rain dance. We could live stream that. I'm sure everybody would love to see Goff do a little shimmy outside. Looks like we're seeing some backups in the game. With 10 minutes and 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 7, ball on the 36. Still 31-2. Kearney up. Flag on the play.
I think Coach Cool got that timeout in there just before
I think he did. I think you're right, yeah. And we're going to take a break right with the Bearcats. This is BSN brought to you by First National Bank.
And we welcome you back here to BSN, where we are brought to you by First National Bank tonight and all the rest of this year for sure.
There was a penalty on the Bearcats. They back us up 5 yards.
We'd like to give a shout out to Broken Bow, our old AD, our current ADs, up 19-12 on Ogallala in the fourth. Kearney Catholic 37 to Lincoln Christian 20 with 4 minutes and 4 seconds left in the third quarter. Third and 6, ball on the 37. It looks like we're having a spirit off between the band and the Rowdies.
No, I'm no expert, but I think the Rowdies are winning.
I think the Rowdies won that. I'm not surprised, though.
Best in the state.
Because rain or shine, the Rowdies will be there.
We saw that at homecoming last year. Some of
Yeah.
them did stick around for the whole thing. Fourth and 6, ball on the 37th. 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Bearcats going to be punting it off.
Ooh. I think he got a hand on that
Norfolk
one.
got a piece of that.
Takes a Norfolk bounce.
It's going to take a Norfolk bounce, yeah. Hopefully the defense can stop him here.
Kind of looks like Carson Huerta probably has a little cramp in his leg. Was kind of slow to get up and then kind of hobbled off to the sideline.
And we have a couple score updates here right now. A couple score updates. Number 1 ranked Omaha Burke is leading Omaha Central 35-7 with 4:01 left in the fourth quarter. And the big game out there is kind of surprising people. It's kind of surprising but not. Lincoln High leading Creighton Prep 42-21 with 6:18 remaining. And again, Lincoln High is 0-2, but they are the best 0-2 team in the state. There is no doubt about that. Lincoln High is going to score, and Kearney High is going to go visit Lincoln High in a few weeks. That's going to be a great game. All right, back here with Wyatt, play-by-play.
Huge gain there by Norfolk.
Going to be running it up the middle.
Norfolk has put their original quarterback, Brandon Hart, back in. And he just had a beautiful pass to number 15, Gage Dorhan, on the last play and gave him a huge gain.
2nd and 8, ball on the 16 or 14. Norfolk going to be dropping back. Pass is good. Touchdown, Norfolk. That was to number 15, Gage Doran. Norfolk going to be kicking that extra point. And the kick is good.
That was kind of a weird how it came off his foot.
Oh, they must discuss.
Flag on the play. Offsides. Norfolk.
Can't hear you when you mumble, Zach.
I'm good.
Huh?
That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay.
Kick is still good. $8:15 left in the fourth quarter. 31-9. Kearney Norfolk, Kearney up. This is BSN, brought to you by First National Bank. And we will be back.
Life is already full of things to worry about. Like mornings. With First National free checking, we've eliminated the worry. Life is already full of things to worry about.
No sound.
All right. That was a little audio technical difficulty there. One of the buttons somehow was still pushed in.
I
So
blame you, Zach.
we are back now. It was an attempted onside kick, recovered by the Bearcats.
Ooh, big
Whoa.
play by Braden.
Flag on the play.
Ugh. Looks like we're going to be going back. This is what we talked about Kearney needing to minimize those penalties, especially on those big plays like that.
See what the call is here.
Block in the back.
Five minutes and 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 1st and 10, a ball on the 49. You know, Kearney had the lead, and they're kind of dilly-dallying around. Miller going to be pitching it back off to Miko. Running that signature option again. Miller going to be pitching it off to Miko again, almost tripping there, managing to save it. 2nd and 8, ball on the 41. How do you guys think this second half of the game's gone?
I think it's kind of gone towards more the Panthers' side in, like, progression-wise. Bearcats really haven't been doing much.
Miller pitches the ball off to Miko. Miko missing the pitch.
That's not
Ball goes
not the
out
way
of
to make
bounds.
Cool happy.
Fourth and 7, ball on the 40. Almost a bad snap there. Four minutes and 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Norfolk ball. Kearney really needing to just finish this out nice and strong like they did the beginning here. Norfolk big pass, incomplete. Pass intended for number 9, Tyler Wilson. Good coverage by number 2, Corbin Foster, and number 7, Braden Rich. Passes completed to number 7. Jaden Green. Flag on the play. Looks like it's going to bring Norfolk back. Second and 15. Ball on the 14. Norfolk going to be sticking with the ball, running it up the middle. That was quarterback number 10, Brandon Hart. Third and 3. Ball on the 26. Good coverage by number 8, Trey Rodriguez. Fourth down. 4th and 3. You know, with this missed out, I'm sure it's making that ball a little bit harder to catch. Norfolk going to be going for it. He's dropping back.
And that is
Interception by the Bearcats, and they're going to take it all the way for a pick 6.
It's Braden Miller.
Braden Miller.
Almost like Cannon Coster there.
That's what I thought.
Bearcats definitely needed that. Bearcats going to be going for the extra point. Gabe Hines kicks it, and the kick is good. Flag on the play. Flag on the play. After the play, the flag was thrown. Normally not a good thing. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Bearcats. That's never good to see, especially from our own team. Coach Cool will not be very happy about that one. Kearney 38, Norfolk 16. 3 minutes and 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Bearcats going to be kicking from the 25. We'll see what Gabe Hines can do here. Good kick by
Wow.
Gabe Hines. And Norfolk going to be down at what looks like the 23. Big pass by Norfolk. That's going to be a first down. Three minutes and 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. First and 10, ball on the 33. Pass is completed to number 15, Gage Doran.
That was good defense by Kale there to kind of stop and come back.
This is looking like a pretty solid drive by Norfolk. Norfolk going to be sticking with the ball. Second and 7, ball on the 42. Norfolk dropping back to pass. Pass is out.
They're saying he was in.
Completed, just barely. Two minutes and 12 seconds left in this fourth quarter. First and 10, ball on the 17. Let's see if the Bearcats can't stop him here. Ball is out. Good defense by number 8, Trey Rodriguez.
Ooh.
Norfolk quarterback going to be keeping the ball. Third and 6, ball in the 13. A minute 30 left in the fourth quarter.
It's a good.
Great defense by number 8, Trey Rodriguez. That was a good swat there. He's also had a really good game. Norfolk dropping back to pass. Little short pass to number 11, Tanner Thompson. And that'll probably be the ball game there. Kearney 38, Norfolk 16. As a reminder, again, we will be streaming the homecoming royalty after the game. And that'll be it, ladies and gentlemen. Kearney 38, Norfolk 16 here at Foster Field. And that's that. Good game by the Bearcats. Very, very solid. This is BSN brought to you by First National Bank.
And right before we leave, just a reminder, we will be streaming the homecoming right after this.
Like mornings. With First National free checking, we've eliminated the worry. Life is already full of things to worry about.
And we're back with post-game. This is BSN brought to you by First National Bank. So how do you guys feel about the Bearcats coming back and getting this good dub?
Well, we know that Norfolk is definitely a better team than last week's Lincoln Navigators are. And I think for us to come in here and get a 38-16 win is huge for the confidence of our team, all the first-year starters and all that. And it's always nice to get a win.
Also, I think that the defense really showed there towards that end, that last final drive by Norfolk, showing that they have good defense, like goal line defense stands. And overall, I think Trey had a really good game. Braden had a really good game. Seth had a good game. Miko had some perfect kind of outside corner runs, and I think it was just an overall good game for the Bearcats, other than that last like 8 minutes of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, at the end of the game, we just had the better the better players that really make a difference and can really come out here and perform and make those big plays that Norfolk did not have.
Yeah. Colton, what'd you see?
Well, one thing that Kearney did that Norfolk didn't is just consistency. Like Bearcats, whether we were on offense or defense, we were solid. We were always there. We were always doing the right thing. We were always getting the job done. We were consistent. Norfolk, on the other hand, they weren't. They were kind of all over the place, switching through 3 different quarterbacks basically the whole game, just trying to find the rhythm. They've kind of found it in the fourth quarter, scoring 2 touchdowns, but it just wasn't enough.
Alrighty. I have nothing else. Either of you have anything else?
I thought Kearney really capitalized on Norfolk's mistakes. Norfolk did have some really big missed snaps and fumbles, and Kearney did a really, really good job of taking those and really running with them.
Alrighty. And that will wrap up kind of the post-game show. Once again, Kearney wins 38-16 over Norfolk here at Foster Field. And we'll stay right here and have the homecoming cordial
royalty show off here for you guys to watch. This has been BSN brought to you by First National Bank. Signing off from Foster Field.